Hello there, welcome back to Blavist Vintage Toys. Today is going to be how to collect. I normally do one a week, well, hopefully. Just helping you start a collection, carry on a collection, anything like that really. If there's anything that you want me to talk about, let me know. Any questions, anything like that. Today I just want to talk about not being embarrassed by your collecting. For me, growing up as a Star Wars fan, I've always been known as a Star Wars fan. Not all my life, because I was 8 years old when I first started watching it. So even before then, I was collecting things. But Star Wars has also been my part of my life, and everybody knows me as such. Even during the dark times, I can remember working in a shop in about 1990-91 when there was no Star Wars whatsoever, but everybody knew me as the Star Wars guy. So what I wanted to your collection. Now, collecting toys at my age, at any age really, is difficult because you're gonna get the piss taken out of you, basically. And I'm just here to tell you, don't worry about it. However old you are. I remember stopping my collection when I was about 14 and 15, and I wish I never had done. I don't think I got any toys between then and when I was 18 on train set. I took a bit of stick for that, but I didn't care. I started collecting Star Wars again a few years later, and I haven't looked back since. I am what I am. I mean, I was married for 20 years to a woman that didn't accept that I liked things like that. So for 20 years I had somebody who was not bullying me, but a bit of a downtrodden person that wasn't accepted, put it that way. She knew I was like that before I met her and everything like that, but I think she tried to push it out of me, tried to make me more mature, which I've always been quite mature, but I've also had that side. I still feel like I'm 18 most of the time. I collect toys for hell's sake, you know what I mean? I accept it, I take it on the chin, I take the piss out of myself, basically. You might know on the live stream that I do. We all have the banter, we all take the mickey out of each other, which is part of the fun. I think that's why a lot of people like it, that watch it. I know I'm single at the moment, so when I go on, if I do, I'm going dating sites. Very rare at the moment. They'll say, "Oh, you like Star Wars?" I've never seen a Star Wars. And if they start on about that, I'll say, "Well, it's my job, basically," and it is. I've written articles, and I've actually worked for auctions houses as a toy expert. But if you start a collection, and I pity people that don't have a collection, to be honest with you, because having a hobby is what it's all about, and loving your hobby. And talk about your collection with pride. I do now. Anybody that comes is like, wow, what a brilliant collection. But it's not brilliant. It's good. It's okay. It's not like you see other collectors have much more than me. And believe me, if I had the money, I would just spend it all on Star Wars. At the moment, I just spend it all on Star Wars stuff. I've just sold on my Black Series to buy vintage Star Wars, and I just want to get all the play sets and things like that. I just want to get all the loose figures first. I'm getting the play sets as well to put the loose figures in. But I like talking about my collection, and I will talk to anybody about it. It's like when I go to the post office. They know me now at the post office as a Star Wars guy, because they'll ask you what you're sending, and it's Star Wars figures, Star Wars toy, part for a Star Wars ship or something like that. So they know me down there. I'm not bothered. I love it. I love it. I also wear a Star Wars t-shirt. I ain't got one on today, but I've also got like a geeky t-shirt on, or things like that. If I'm working, obviously I wear soap and things like that. But I like to have a t-shirt on to show that I like Star Wars or whatever, Ghostbusters, whatever it is. I mean, I've even got a Star Wars tattoo. So when it's a warm day, or when I'm on holiday, things like that, and I've got a vest top on, I'm proud to show my tattoo. I don't care. Some people might call them space dollies. That's up to them. To me, it doesn't hurt me. I don't like the name like that. The word I hate most is figurines. I hate that word because that's to me that's ornaments. Figurines. They're action figures, and that's what they are. The thing is, a lot of famous people actually collect Star Wars figures too. Brian May, David Beckham, he collects Lego. Rick Springfield is a big collector. There's just a load of famous people that you wouldn't realise that actually collect toys. Especially when you're rich, you want to buy something, and if it reminds you of your childhood, you buy it. Leonardo DiCaprio collects Star Wars figures. It's just like, you'd be surprised how many famous people collect. Another thing is, you make friends, and the friends that you've had from childhood, if you've got the same, if you both collect the same, or you've got the same interest, it might not be collecting, it might be football, it might be something else totally different, but you'll find that you'll stick with those people, you'll still be friends with them. I've got a friend I've had since I was 12, because we started talking about Tron. Both started talking about Tron, I remember that, and we stayed friends mainly through American football, Star Wars, everything, Monty Python. We just seem to like the same things, and it's totally weird, and we're more like brothers than friends. So that's nearly 40 years of friendship. So it's good to have friends like that, and I've made friends through the collecting. I think I've made more friends through collecting than I have since I left school. The last 6 years, through the Facebook groups, through the live streams and YouTube, and meeting the other guys, and even through work, through the auction house, meeting sellers, and just talking about collection and the Star Wars collections, and what have you got, and showing each other the pictures of the things. And if you don't have that thing that they have, you think, well, I'd like it, but it's nice that I can look at it. And to me, the best thing about working in the auction house is I can actually see these things. I can hold them and I can look at them. Even though I don't own them, it's just nice to see them. And it's like, I saw the wind up to car at R2-D2. It was on the card, and I would love one of those. But I've seen one now, and like I said, I've never seen a Rocket Fighting Boba Fett. Never seen one. I've seen the copies and things like that, but I've never actually seen the proper one. Like Rancho Obi-Wan's got two. He's got the Ellen and J slot one. I mean, I'd love to go there and see that. I mean, that to me would be like big bucket list item, because he's just got so much stuff in his ranch. So yeah, he's like the top tier collector. So yeah, your friends you make through collecting are worth it. Some people have double lives. They'll have the collector life, where they've got friends that do collecting. Then they've got the normal life, I used to have that when I was married, to be honest with you. Obviously, I had all the collector people that I knew from the shop, from collecting and things like that. Then I had my wife's family, my family. We'd never talk about it. Sometimes me and my wife would talk about it, and she'd help me. She actually brought me back. My second wife actually brought me back into the collecting, because she knew that for the 20 years of the first marriage, I wasn't allowed to like anything, and she said, "Well, just you'll be who you want to be." So I really appreciate all she did for me. She helped me start collecting again, start liking Star Wars again. I always liked Star Wars, obviously, but I had to hide it away. But she let me be who I wanted to be, basically, and that's what she said to me. So it's best to be who you want to be. Again, you can have that double life where you're a collector, but even some of your friends, you won't even say you won't even talk about Star Wars with them. Yeah, you might have, like, let's say, your football friends, and your Star Wars friends. So there's a way around it. You can do that. There's no problem with that. It's the way you want to collect. To be honest with you, but I like to be open and honest. I got a lot of stick through school. After it, a bit sensitive really, and I've just got really thick skin now. And we get a lot of negativity, obviously through YouTube, but you do on the internet anyway. But I've got the thick skin now, and water off a duck's back. I take the piss out myself. 50-year-old toy collector. What else can you say about me? The thing is, it's becoming more acceptable to be a geek in the culture now. Pop culture is just everywhere. It's a lot more acceptable than it was back in my day. It's like I'm a big Star Trek fan, and I think that if you're a Star Trek fan, that's a lot more geeky than Star Wars. Still is, to some extent. It's becoming more acceptable with the movies, with the J.J. Abrams movies. I know Star Trek fans won't like that, but it's true. It's true. But it's still, you're more geeky if you're a Star Trek fan than a Star Wars fan. I believe, anyway. That's my opinion. Might not be your opinion, but it's my opinion. And Star Wars is cooler. Way cooler. That's strange to say, actually. For a while I've been through in my life about liking Star Wars, and I'd never admit it at school. Even though everybody knew I was into Star Wars and into Tron, like I said, V, Knight Rider, everything pop culture back then I loved. A-Team, Ghostbusters. I remember having a Ghostbusters jumper at school. Even that was classed as geeky, even though it's like a really good comedy. And it's not. I suppose it's like sci-fi, fantasy, geeky comedy, all mashed into one in it. So yeah, like I say, it's cool to collect, and just keep telling yourself that. I just hate seeing these stories about these kids are bullied at school because they've got like a Star Wars jumper on, Star Wars t-shirt, anything like that, like Star Wars. That is just people that don't understand. What I hate about people that don't understand. I've never seen Star Wars. I've never seen it. I don't like it. I've never seen it. Well, how do you know you don't like it if you've not seen it? It's people that don't understand Star Wars or not into it. That's up to them. Totally up to them. Or they don't want to be into it because they might be seen as a geek. That's up to them. But as long as you've got an interest, you might collect, I don't know, bottles or I don't know, something. I don't know. I can't even think of anything that's not toy related, or beer bottles or something like that. No, it's like Jack Daniel's bottles, or I don't know, something bit more mature, shall I say, in collecting. But if you collect something, if you've got an interest, you've got a hobby, you've got something to do, something to look for. And it's nice to go on eBay and know what you're looking for. And obviously, Star Wars is the first thing I look for, vintage Star Wars. And I bought something today that I've been looking for a while, and I'm glad I waited because I got it a lot cheaper. So there you go. That is something I might do in a future how to collect video, is eBay. How to look through eBay. How to shop for vintage figures. I'd shop for vintage toys. Totally. So that's something that might be a future video. If you want to let me know what you'd like to know, and I could do a video on it. So you'll have to subscribe, won't you? You don't have to, but I'd like you to. If you like this video and you'd like to learn a bit more about collecting, I would love you to subscribe. And with that, I will say thank you for watching, and may the toys be with you.